Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we are here to do a 12 by 12 layout with photos. Can you believe it? Okay, I wasn't really sure what I was going to use. I had a couple collections still sitting on my desk. I have this older one. It's a Valentine's Day line from Close to My Heart, and then there was another one from Close to My Heart that's an older collection. I went ahead and chose to use the Valentine's Day collection on this. I don't remember what it's called. It's not available anymore anyways, but I don't really recall what it was called. But right here you can see I'm trying to choose my papers. I really wanted to use that sapphire cardstock as a border, but it just wasn't looking right. So I ended up pulling out this piece of paper right here, and this is what I'm going to be using as a border. On this layout, we are going to be using basically just that mint color and that sapphire color. So that navy and that mint color are what we're going to be using on this layout. I just stick to those two colors. In fact, we're going to have to make our own embellishments because I didn't have anything with those colors only except for the title. And the title is going to be Do Small Things with Great Love. It was a piece of a cut apart sheet that went with this Valentine's Day collection. So I did gut the center of that because I didn't have really that much paper left in this collection because I have used it before. This is just my leftovers. So I didn't have that much. Ooh, did you see that? Lifesavers. Now you guys know my secret. My little leaf bowl. It has embellishments in it, but under the embellishments, they're lifesavers. And right there, the lifesavers are on the top because guess who was digging for lifesavers? To save my life, apparently. You can see here I just left an 1/8 of an inch on each side. So on that blue paper, I just trimmed off 1/4 of an inch on two sides of that, and it gave me, an 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So I am going to end up using this sapphire cardstock anyways, just to map my photos in. These are photos of Riker. I love that first one that I put down right here. The way the photo's taken, the background is kind of blurred out and his face is clear. Well, it's really cute because it looks down, you can see it's blurry, but you can see that he has his hands in his pocket. That is so cute to me. I just think that is the most cutest picture ever. So we're going to go ahead and use this. And when I was cutting this, I didn't cut them really even. So one way to kind of distract from that is to go ahead and rough up your edges. And that's what I ended up doing here. We're just going to kind of make it look like it was like that on purpose, right? I am using that Tim Holtz Distress tool. You can pretty much pick those up anywhere. They're awesome. A lot of different companies have something like that or similar, or you could just use your scissors, the blade of your scissors. So I am going to be using that paper that we used as a border. It's going to be a strip right here, and I'm also going to use that blue and white striped. Those were pretty much, I think, the only papers, and then the graph in the center of this paper, the only papers that were only that mint and navy blue. So I have them all on here. We are, like I said, we are going to end up having to make our own embellishments. You can see the title. It's sitting under a pink heart up there in the right hand corner. That's going to be the title, and I will rough up the edges of that too right here. I did pop it up on some foam tape. See, here's where I was debating, do I want to bring in some pink so I will have embellishments? The answer was no, so we threw that off to the side. I just pulled out my stitch circle die cuts or dies from Close to My Heart and cut several out. I cut several out of this mint, and I cut several out of the graph paper. So what I'm doing is actually, even on the graph paper, the papers that are mint, or the graph paper that's mint, I am going to stamp that with a background stamp that kind of turns it mint, and then I'm going to stamp it with a blue. Some of the blue is splattered, and some of them are like little hash marks. I just made them different designs, but still with that mint and that sapphire color. We're going to go ahead and commit to where our papers are put down now. I don't know why I overlapped that. It's nice, but it doesn't really add anything. I almost kind of wish that little row of XOXO going down from that strip of paper right there on the left, I almost wish I would have just not have had it hanging out like that. See what I mean right there? It's okay. The stripe going down I like, but going over to the left-hand side, I just wished I would have cut that off and made it a little shorter. And in fact, actually, I have it right in front of me, and it feels like I can actually go under there and snip that off. I think I might do that, guys. So the pictures are not going to reflect the actual final outcome, I guess, if I go in and change that. But I am going to have a wrap up where I will show you guys my layouts at the end of the month or at some point in time. So the title, like I said, I did rough up the edges, and I am popping this up on some foam tape. And again, it says, do small things with great love. Now, all our embellishments are going to be those circles. We're going to have some flat to the page, and we're going to have some popped up on foam tape. That's basically it for embellishments. And then we will pull out some silver glitter, some little silver glitter, kind of like enamel dots, silver glitter dots. And we are going to be pulling out some blue enameled dots. We're just going to use a couple of the blue, and we'll use several of the silver. So you see we have that flat. This one is going to be popped up, and there will be another one tucked back there, kind of in a, or not kind of, but here in a minute. You can see I like how that turned out because I popped it up on foam tape, so it's the same level as the title, and I kind of put it over that corner of that title. I like how that kind of broke up the rectangle, because this is very rectangle layout, right? All those lines, and then we're throwing circles on top of it. I actually like how it comes out, though. It's very, very cute. This one we're popping on foam tape, and you can see I used this big graph one down there, the one that's under the photo. It is a die cut that is the graph paper that I stamped with a little bit of mint ink. It's just a splotch. It was a splotch stamp, basically. I think it's called Textures or something like that. You can find it over at the Close to My Heart website. It's really cool because you have controlled splatters. You have swooshes. I have been using this quite a bit lately. You haven't really seen the videos yet, but they will come eventually. Anyway, oh yeah, graph paper. So that's a nice little spot right down there for journaling. That's why I put that big one right down there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pull out my sapphire shimmer pen and give this just a little sprinkle around the page. It does add shimmer, obviously, but when you like turn your page to the right and left, I can see the shimmer on it. It's very, very pretty. But then if I'm looking at it straight on and I'm not seeing the shimmer, I do see that sapphire color. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to support my channel, please click the links down below. BeckyBating.closetomyheart.com. Go ahead and pick yourself something up. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.